Hey everyone, it's me, and welcome back to Astros Playroom. It's been a minute, hasn't it, since I played this game? I think it's been a day. I feel like a day is too long a time for something like this. It's supposed to be a short series. Next up is the PlayStation 3, which is, this is gonna be an awkward amount of time that I have to fill up somehow. Oh, crap. Forgot about that part. Oh. Cool, yep. I'm trying to remember what the next world is. I want to say it's this one, but it might be this one. I'm not sure. So, yeah, allow me to check real quick. Cooling Springs, it's the Cooling Springs. I forgot you can't really sprint in this game. Cooling Springs. Alright. So, hopping into this, what do I have to say about the PlayStation 3? I really want one. I know they had some amazing games. I'm upset that the PlayStation 4 isn't compatible with the PlayStation 3. Because I really want to play some of those games, but I don't have really a chance to, because I don't own the console. I own the Xbox 360 instead. But I mean, I can't really say much on the console. I do think I have the right to talk about some of the games, though. Because I do actually own some games that I believe are PlayStation 3. No, I don't, actually, thinking about it now. I don't have any games that are PlayStation 3, except maybe Persona 5, but that released on both systems. Ah, crap, I do sort of hate this one. Alright. I'm trying to think of things to say. It's really difficult, though, because without owning the console. I guess I will say, when my first exposure to the PlayStation 3 was, first of all, when I realized the PlayStation 4 was out, but when I was hanging out with some friends of mine. I'm not gonna say their names once again, but we played Call of Duty together on their PlayStation 3. It was really fun, and I did really enjoy the console, though I do think the controller felt a little bit cheap. I definitely like the 360 controllers better. I also knew some kids, the ones I'm babysitting, the video idiot. Yeah, that kid owns a PlayStation 3 Slim. Stupid design. But it's neat. But that's about the only exposure I have to the PlayStation 3. A few of my friends had the console, and I played Call of Duty with them. I have more experience with the Xbox 360 than I do the PlayStation 3, because, once again, I own that console. Alright, if I keep talking about how I don't own the PlayStation 3, this whole video is just gonna be that. What other experiences do I have? I can say some of the games I want for it, because I do own a game. I have Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection, and I played Uncharted, I think it's Fortune Taverns or some shit like that. But I know Uncharted was released on the PlayStation 3, and I did really like the platforming of it. I didn't get too far because the first game frustrated me so much that I just ended up quitting. But I do have experience with that game. So, there we go. There's a game I have experience with. I also mentioned how I played Crash Bandicoot. I know Crash Bandicoot the Warp. Was it warped? It's a bit of a hassle to do that. I do own all three of the Crash Bandicoot games, like I've said before. So that's another piece of exposure I have, and I once again only played the first one for a bit. Ah, fuck. Alright, try that again. How's that feel for your fucking eardrums? Or for my throat, that's for sure. A game that I want for the PlayStation 3 to try out, I'd say that would have to be a God of War game. Because God of War always seemed like a really interesting series, and I wanted to try God of War on the PlayStation 4, but I was never able to afford it. I know they're coming up with a God of War for the PlayStation 5, so I might check that out, since it's going to be one of the release titles. Or is it like one of those things where you have to play the rest of the games to truly appreciate it? It might be one of those things. Anything else I have to say on the console right now? Nope, I said some of the reboots I have for the game. I said one of the games I want for the console. And that's all we need. And some exposure that I have had to the console. So enjoy as I cuss and cuss at this game over and over again. Even though this level is actually pretty easy. But I'll still cuss. Just cause. Just cause 4. That's a video game reference. My fingers do hurt after playing with this for a while. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the triggers on this console. Fuck. But after a while, the triggers start to hurt. That puts a bit of a damper on my experience. Thankfully, for most games, the triggers jolted down a lot, and for this one, it's just because of the spring bounce, and it does sort of make sense. Which is a thing I like about the triggers, is that they make sense. But overall, they do just sort of hurt. And these types of things. Alright, fucking finally. I guess I'll give you my thoughts on the design of the console. Right now. This thing is fucking ugly. Like, in my setup that I currently have, it would be like this, and oh god. It definitely looks better this way. But it's still, that dome, I just, ugh. I do like the slim better, I believe. But the super slim, that's just inefficient. Alright. I guess that's all. I tried to fill this up as much as possible. But, difficult considering for the 1,000,000th time, I have never owned a PlayStation 3, and I have barely any experience with the console. Thankfully, the PlayStation 4 is next. Otherwise, Ooh, I don't know how I'd fill out that time. But the PlayStation 4, I got either 2, 3, or 4 years on that. I don't quite remember. But we'll talk about that next video. First, I want to grab some of these. Will we get something great today? No, we got nothing great. Nothing good at all, in fact. Don't worry. Ah, fuck, these guys don't have coins. Alright, punch the shit out of you. That's the end of the video. Goodbye. Look at those blue beady robots.